morning. As you have seen, I am currently working on more editing, more read-throughs of my novel. Until very recently, it's been a while since I've put in a lot of work to the rereading and editing. Honestly, the last time I really sat down and made any progress was during Camp NaNoWriMo in July, and now it is the end of August. It is almost September. It is August 30th today, and I just really haven't touched it. Only in the past couple of days have I really set aside the time to work through and read through and edit my paper manuscript here, and I got about 8 chapters done in that whole entire time. But again, that's been like an entire month of just kind of not working on it, and I have been doing some traveling. I have been sick at the same time, but also I've realized that I have been prioritizing making videos over anything else. I have a weekly deadline for the videos that I set for myself. I said that every Friday I'm going to upload a video, and I've recognized the need for change in that, because if I'm busy working on videos, that doesn't leave me a lot of time for writing and working on my novel, and I really do want to make more progress. I am planning to do my full entire rewrite in the month of September because, as you can see, I am almost done doing this paper edit. And right now I am currently working on filming a full writing update for you about finishing the end of this editing process, but I just wanted to sit down this morning and give you guys an update. I am still going to be aiming to post a video weekly, but I'm gonna try to be less rigid about the day that I actually post, so forgive me if things are maybe gonna be a little bit more sporadic if I just upload a video, if I just upload a video any day of the week, if I don't stick to my regular Friday schedule, or, you know, even if I happen to miss a video here and there. I hope you stick around for this journey and just know that I'm trying to focus on other things. I'm sure, as you know, if you're a writer yourself, it's really hard to balance life with creative projects and just everything that goes into it, and then throwing a weekly deadline on top of everything for myself, which is fine, but when I want to make other things a priority in my life, like writing or other aspects of my life, it's been a lot to take on. And thinking about the end of this year and my goals that I set at the beginning of this year, I really want to make an effort to feel really good about all the progress I've made with my novel. And while I am proud that I've continued to work on it and I've done things with it, and I've definitely learned that the novel writing process, the whole editing process, takes a lot longer than I thought it would, I want to shift my priorities and work on it more. I will be continuing to vlog it and share the journey with you, but maybe my uploads won't be as consistent, but I hope you still stick around, and if you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you would subscribe so you can at least be notified of when I do post videos. And I hope that's okay with you guys. You're all super sweet, and I'm sure you'll understand my little need for this change. Maybe you won't even notice any change, but it's been on my mind lately and I just wanted to bring it up. But anyways, back to the novel editing itself. I've just been trying to make progress as I go, realizing the need that I really need to set aside time to get it done, which is what I'm doing this morning. As you saw, I woke up early, and typically I would spend this morning time editing a video, but instead I am going to sit here and edit and write. An update for you on my choice of perspective: I'm still heavily leaning towards doing my rewrite in the first person. I am still going to do those tentative chapters. I was talking to my writing friend who was a really big part of my NaNoWriMo journey back in November. I got to have dinner with her earlier this week, and I was just giving her an update on my thoughts on why I'm wanting to switch the perspective and what has made me come to this decision. Basically, as I've been rereading through my whole novel, I just haven't been feeling like it's the story I wanted to tell, but it's not being told in the way I hoped it would. I feel like my characters' voices are really not coming through with the third person perspective, and I know that's a me problem, but I also feel like choosing the third person perspective, it's like I'm telling the story for them versus them getting to tell their own love stories and the things that have been happening in this time period, and I think it'll give readers a better insight into their minds. I've been reading a lot of books recently That's a lie. Not a lot. I've been reading a few books recently that are told in the first person perspective, and I'm really noticing the little nuances to the writing, which I think just add new levels to each character. And that's something I want to experiment with, so I'm still going to go ahead and once I finish with this, which hopefully will be soon, I will be doing that first person rewrite of the first 2 chapters and then getting some opinions on it and going from there. Also, very slowly, I have been kind of replotting, or not replotting, like just writing out the entire plot of what I want to happen in my novel. I got a free trial of this software called Plotter. You do have to subscribe to it annually, or you can buy like a lifetime membership. I'm not entirely sure, but I was researching different tools to help you plot out your novel because I just found that, well, Notion has been really helpful for me putting out my ideas, realizing like the incontinuities and other kind of plot mishaps I've had in my manuscript so far, and just plotting out like the progression of relationships and the little different plot lines that are happening. Nothing too complicated, but I know I've said this before, it's hard for me to hold it all in my brain. So I have been using Plotter to try to get some of that out there, and hopefully it'll help me with the entire rewrite. I don't know if I will stick with Plotter, but so far I am really liking this timeline feature that they have. You can have like multiple timelines, and then across the top of it there's like chapters for each, and then you can illustrate all the scenes or whatever you want to happen in each chapter, and if it follows different timelines. And I'm trying to use it to keep track of like the progression of relationships throughout the chapters, not just between my 2 main characters and their romantic aspects, but also just the other character progressions and relationships that are happening throughout, which I feel like are maybe not so consistent right now, but it is definitely something to work on. I'm going to continue to edit and get back to things. I'm hoping to squeeze in another 2 chapters that I have this morning, write a few things down in my laptop on Plotter, and then get my day started. So I will check in with you after I do a little bit more work. Hello again. The sun has come out a lot more, even though it is a rainy, gloomy day, so I've turned off my overhead light. I ended up doing a lot more editing and reading than I thought I would. I think that ended up being 5 or 6 chapters. I need to go back and count it, but I am nearing the end of the book, finally. I think it's just the last couple of chapters. I got so absorbed in the reading because I was going through the big climactic moment, and then kind of the moment where everything just falls apart for the couple. And it really got me. I'm surprised at how emotional the scene was, and even though it's still told in the third person perspective, I did this thing where like I'm switching back and forth between the perspectives, not back and forth, but like one chapter with the female protagonist and then another chapter with the male protagonist's perspective, and just seeing how it hurts both of them is just sad. And then I got to the point where it's like, okay, here's how things are going to turn around, and I'm gonna leave it off for there this morning. I'm gonna get back to it tomorrow morning. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like by the end of August, which is tomorrow, I will have it all wrapped up. I was gonna sit here and put stuff into Plotter, like I said, but I think I'm running out of time. It's time for me to get ready for work, ready for my day. So I just wanted to say thank you for joining me on this little writing session this morning. Writing, reading, editing session. I don't know what to call these things, but it's all part of the writing process, so maybe I'll just call it a writing session. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening to me talk and for giving you that update. Like I said, it's just been really heavy on my mind lately, and it probably won't even have a big effect on you guys, but it's just a change I need to make for myself. And yeah, it's scary, but change is good, and I want to make sure that I'm putting the focus on my novel where it needs to be. As I said, I still have another week-long or maybe longer writing vlog that I'm currently filming for you, which I will post eventually. And I still have the last part of my San Francisco trip to edit and post for you as well, so you can look forward to that. I always love hearing what you're working on, if you are working on any creative projects, so feel free to share with me down in the comments below. But that is all from me for today. Thank you so much for watching as always and for spending this little bit of time with me, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!